I just want to go to another grab from what's happened in the US. I want to get your thoughts on what's happened with this latest assassination attempt on Donald Trump. We talked about how the Secret Service were only looking after certain aspects of the golf course. Here's what the local sheriff had to say.
At this level that he is at right now, he's not the sitting president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course around it. Well, because he's not, the security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible.
Caroline, this staggers me. He's a former president. He's running as a candidate again. They shot his ear off just 2 months ago. Shouldn't they be giving him the maximum security possible?
Well, you would think so. You would absolutely think so, particularly given the situation last time, which was only a few weeks ago. I mean, this did not happen a long time ago. The Secret Service were, really quite wanting on that occasion. You would think that they would behave in a way that would mean that, there wasn't any question mark over the job that they were doing. I actually find it really quite extraordinary because it's part of the authorities. It's part of those forces that, they need to be seen to be credible. They need to be seen to be doing their job. And you're right, he's a former president. He's running for president. He could very well be president within a few months. You would think that they would bridge that gap to make sure that no further questions were asked about their competence and the way that they were running their show, but obviously not.
Yeah, well, maybe from now, it's just astounding. Rashida, I want to get your thoughts on the political rhetoric. Now, again, anyone who indulges in violence, they're the ones to blame. You can't blame other people's words. But the Democrats keep telling us that Trump is divisive, and we know about Trump's rhetoric. No one's ignorant about that. But when you're telling people that the future of the country and of democracy is at stake, that if you vote for this guy, America is finished, my God, that elevates the stakes, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And I think that it's worth mentioning that New York Times polling that came out a little while ago that found actually most people did not think that Trump's policies were too extreme. I think there are only about 30% of people who did. So they're playing on the fear of people unnecessarily instead of having the hard political debates. And that's, quite frankly, I think what American voters deserve. They deserve a real contest of ideas, no matter what your politics are, to try and suggest that there is going to be an end-of-world scenario. That's taking politics down, I think, to a tone that's below what American voters deserve.
Yeah, it's too polarised. I think one of the factors is they don't see people engaging in day-to-day debate the way we do in Australia. I think if they could see Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on the same stage more often, engaging in a bit of tit for tat, then that actually lowers the temperature a bit. Instead, they're sort of opposite ends of the country screaming at each other.